Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing an easy look through a Zoom call. So if you're forever trying to come up with ways to look healthy and alert and bright for your Zoom calls, then this might be something you want to keep on watching. I've used the Milk Hydro Grip for a primer on my skin. I'm going with the Makeup by Mario eye palette, and I'm actually going to go into the darkest shade in that. This is a creamy consistency. This will help cancel out that blue that you get under your eye when you haven't had a lot of sleep. Hopefully you can see the difference it makes. I'm going to use the Lancome foundation. This is a medium to full coverage foundation, depending on the cover that you put on. I like medium coverage foundations, especially on days where you're feeling a bit tired, or you know that you're going to have a long day and you're not going to have a lot of time to fix any makeup that you may have done in the morning. It's really important when you put your foundation on that you start with clean skin. Even if you've moisturized and cleansed the night before, your face gets dirty overnight. If you just get a cotton pad and some sort of soap or toner and wipe over your face first thing in the morning, you'll be surprised how much more dirt actually comes off. So if you're having trouble with your base, one of the things I would suggest, if you're not doing, is to make sure that you clean your skin again in the morning before you reapply the makeup for the day, and that will help. Also try doing an exfoliation, something gentle. Brands like CeraVe, Cetaphil, these are all relatively cheap supermarket brands, and they do a really good job. I've got the colour 021 in case any of you are wondering. NARS concealer, and this is in the colour Vanilla. I'm just going to put some of that in my eyes. Don't need a lot of it. I'm just going to put some down here because I'm forever wiping my nose during the day. No idea why, I just do. I'll put some on my chin and I'll do one starting at that dot there, and a little bit on the nose just to make sure that everything is going to be nice and covered and bright for our Zoom call. For contour today, bronzer contour, whatever you want to call it, I go in with the Trinny London. This is Serena. This is her new shade. I'm going to run that down just above my ear and just work that in. So don't forget to start it at the very beginnings of your hairline, especially if you're going to be using a cream, because you want it to look like a natural shadow, and then you want to take it up. So we want to have as much colour in our face for our Zooms calls as we can. Cameras and lights and all those things are going to make you look trained. So the more colour you have, the healthier you're going to look. I like to just do that with the bronzer at the very end. Just gives your face a bit more lift. Whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to go down my nose. If you find powdering on your nose makes your nose look textured, try doing a cream instead. You probably find it will look a lot more natural. Run this quickly along here. Don't forget to start just at the back of your ear there. You don't want your contour starting about there. You want to take it right up under where your ear starts, and then just bring it through exactly along that bone. I'm just going to put a tiny bit here and here just to bring my chin a bit forward. For blush, I'm going to use Electra. This is another one of Trinny's. This is a really pretty colour as well. Nothing too heavy. It just gives a really pretty cast of pink to the skin. I've made a couple of Trinny videos. They're both on Instagram and YouTube. So if you want a deeper look into Trinny's products, certainly covered that off for you. Go and take a look at those. I've got a dog by my feet eating a bone, so I have to apologise for the noise. For my eyes, I'm going to go into the MAC Paint Pot Painterly. I put that all through my eye socket, over that foundation that I took through that, and work it through my entire eye area. This will also act as a good colour corrector, but most importantly, it will give the eyeshadow that we're going to use something to grip onto. It will help the colour of the eyeshadow come through better, and it will help the eyeshadow last longer. I'm just going to blend that in, and then I'm actually going to set it with an eyeshadow. My eye will only crease if I don't. A powder alone will not stop them from creasing. Back into my Makeup by Mario, I'm going to go into this colour here. This is just like a translucent powder, but it's the same consistency as an eyeshadow. Eyeshadows are formulated and made totally different to a face powder. Eyeshadows are made to sit over those fine, tiny little lines in your eyes. Whereas though translucent powders and face powders will more sort of move with the movement of your face. I definitely would recommend, if you're having trouble with your eyes creasing or your shadow's not sitting properly, not staying, try going in with a shadow that's as close to your skin color as you can possibly find, and see if setting them with a shadow will help, because it probably will. I'm actually going to use my Urban Decay Velvatizer powder. It's really hard to pick too much of this up because it's just gonna fall straight off the brush. It's that finely milled. I'm gonna tap it on the side to get it all down into those bristles there. One last time. Set under my eyes, make sure nothing started to pull or accumulate. No fine lines. Under my eyes firstly. This is a super fine powder. It's gonna allow us to put powders over the top. So the surface is going to be easier to work powder into, like blush and bronzer. It's also going to set the makeup. There are 3 bones. There are 3 dogs. Except the puppy has hidden 2. Now there's only 1 bone, and the littlest one has it. So the puppy's crying. I'm going to try the Bomb Brow Pencil. I haven't tried this yet. I'm keen to try. It's fully at one end, and a very, very, very fine tip at the other. And I don't know if you can see just how fine that is. This is the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. This is the Huda. Let me show you the different tips. Can you see that? The Urban Decay Brow Blade. Let's go for that. Let's compare. So there are the difference in sizings. I really like the Urban Decay. This is a really good brow pencil. It's got the pencil here and the pen at this end. The Benefit is really good, but it's not vegan. That could potentially be problematic for some people. And the Huda, let's have a go. Let's see what happens. It's a really easy pen to navigate with. Okay, I really like that. And that colour was medium brown. Everything I use, I do list in the section below. If you're not sure, have a look, it'll be there. The next thing I want to try is the new Becca Light Shifter Finishing Veil. So a finishing veil is basically just a powder that goes on over the top of your foundation once you've finished everything, as it suggests a finishing veil. This is in the colour 1, Scattering. Get your products now, guys, because come September, it's no more Becca. Hopefully they'll come out in a different brand or another form or something like that. I put the very light setting powder on because I knew I was going to go back in and put this one on as well. And this is the Clay Play palette. Volume 2. It's not new. It's well known and it's really good. Go into this colour here. Just take that through my cheeks just to bronze up a bit more. And don't forget, you want to look a little bit extra bronze than normal if you're going to be doing your Zoom calls. The phone, computers, cameras, all those things will wash you out a little bit. And don't forget to do, up by that hairline, literally take the powder into your hairline properly. And that will help it look more natural. I put on a little bit more of the blush. Guys, I'm just going to quickly put on some lip gloss to hydrate my lips. Going into my Kevin Kwan palette. I have a photo of it on my Instagram if you want to have a really good look at it. It's really nice neutral colours in there. Very first thing I'm going to do is go into this colour here. I'm just going to run that through my crease. It's just a little bit deeper in tone than my natural skin colour. Start with this colour here next. I'm going to put that through my crease, but I'm going to work it up above my crease. You want your eyes to be the subject of your face when you're on a Zoom call, which means you probably want to have your eyebrows done and something on your eyes, no matter how little. Even if you're just going to put some mascara on, anything like that will help. That's quite a big brush, so I'm just going to downsize a bit, and I just want to intensify that crease a bit more. Working that outwards. What I want to do is just darken up the outer corners and lighten up inner corners. And now we're going into the first shade of this palette. Any light shimmering shade you've got, doesn't matter at all. I'm going to put that on the first half of my eyelid. I'm just working that colour into that crease just so it blends in okay. I'm actually going to go into the brown here. It's quite a dark brown, dark chocolate brown. And I'm going to put that just on that outside corner of my eye. And I'm tapping it in. And then I'm just going to work it into what we had blended out before. And then whatever I have left on my brush, I'm just really gently going to take it across the top above the crease. Blend it in just so it all looks uniform. And I'm not going anywhere near the lid of my eye. I'm staying well above. Don't want to dull down that nice colour that we put on to open up our eyes. I want to keep them open. I'm going to do the same thing here. So just work it in. I'm going to go back into that first shade, that first brown, and I'm just going to tickle that along the lash line. Cleaned my brush. I'm just going to go back into the Tarte palette super quickly. I'm going to go into the highlighter shade, which I'm going to put that on the inner corner. I'm going to do the same thing here and also run it along under that lash line. Go back into this brush while I've got my highlighter out. I'm just going to pick some up. Just going to put some here. Go into this very dark grey black colour here. You can see how fine my brush is. So it's a very tiny tip. And I'm going to run that all along my lash line. I'm going to use my It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, and I'm just taking any excess from the wand off. If I'm going to go on a Zoom call, I'm going to have a coffee with me. That's a given. So I'm going to make sure that my makeup is not going to come off with my coffee, in particular my lips. First thing I'm going to do is get out my lip pencil and line them and then colour it all in. This is the Sophora Lip Cream Shine. This is in the colour 04. So there you go. We've got a neutral lip, got some eyes that have got some stuff going on, but nothing too busy, nothing too crazy. We've got a healthy glow in our skin. We've got colour in our cheeks. They're all good to go. And if you want to have a tea or coffee while you're on your Zoom call, obviously nothing is now going to come off. I will take off my headband. Finally, setting spray, just to triple check. Okay. So there you go, we are ready. I hope you enjoyed that, and if there's anything you want to see, do send me a message. Please don't forget to like or subscribe. It really helps me get an idea that you're enjoying the content. Don't forget to have a lovely day. Bye.